Hello, good day viewers. In this tutorial, we are going to find sine of 18 degrees without using calculator. Before we start, you should know that 18 degrees lies in the first quadrant, and all trigonometric ratios in the first quadrant are said to be positive, right? So in the end, we should expect a positive result here. So let's do a substitution. Let a certain variable, can we use p, equals 18 degrees. All right, 18 degrees is not a special angle, but I know we have so many special angles. In the first quadrant, we could have 0, 30, 45, 60, and 90 degrees. All of these are special angles. And I know that the moment I multiply this by 5, it will be equal to 90. So you should know that this particular expression, trigonometric expression, becomes what? Sine of p, because we have let 18 degrees to be equal to p. So in the end, we are going to solve for sine of p, and sine of p is equivalent to sine of 18 degrees, right? Let's continue. So by multiplying the left hand side by 5, I have 5p, and this is equal to 90 degrees. And secondly, we can split this into 2p plus 3p. It's just a matter of logic. So 2p plus 3p is still equal to 90 degrees. And I would like to take this one to the other side. We have 2p to the left, and this is equal to 90 degrees minus 3p. So let us take sine of both sides. We have sine of 2p to the left, and this is equal to sine of 90 degrees minus 3p. And you should know that sine of 90 degrees minus 3p is the same thing as cosine of 3p. And you should know that this is always true if the sum of the arguments always equal to 90 degrees. If you take this, you add to this, you are going to get 90 degrees definitely. Therefore, sine of 90 degrees minus theta is the same thing as cosine theta. You should remember that. So to the left hand side, you know, we can expand this using double angle, right? This is the same thing as 2 sine p cos p, if you could remember. And cosine of 3p is equal to 4 multiplied by cosine cube of p minus 3 cosine p. So we can bring every single term to the left hand side. We have 2 sine p multiplied by cosine p. Then as this crosses over, it becomes negative 4 cosine cube p, then plus 3 cosine p. The whole of this equal to 0. If you observe, we have 3 terms, 1, 2, 3, and all of them contain cosine p. So now let us factor out cosine p. Cosine p outside. For the first term, we have 2 sine p, 2 sine p, then minus 4 cosine squared p, then plus 3. The whole of this equal to 0. Remember that p is 18 degrees, and cosine of 18 degrees is never equal to 0. And hence, we can assume that this is not equal to 0, rather this one. So 2 sine p minus 4 multiplied by 1 minus sine squared p plus 3 equal to 0. I will show you something. Remember that if you have sine squared p plus cosine squared p, this is equal to 1. So if you decide to make cosine squared the subject, you have cosine squared p equals 1 minus sine squared p. This is why we have cosine squared p here. I decided to change it to 1 minus sine squared p. Now let us expand. We have 2 sine p. Minus 4 times 1 is minus 4. Minus minus is plus. 4 sine squared p plus 3. This is equal to 0. Now let us rearrange this equation by writing the leading term first. We have 4 sine squared p, then followed by this one plus 2 sine p. Then lastly we have negative 4 plus 3, which is negative 1. The whole of this equal to 0. So just assume that sine p is a variable, just like 4x squared plus 2x minus 1. Using the general formula, we can say that sine p is equal to minus b. And what is b? B is the coefficient of sine p, which is 2. So we have minus 2 plus or minus into square root of b squared, that is 2 squared, minus 4 times a. What is a? A is 4 times c. What is c? C is negative 1. Divide by 2a, that is 2 times 4. Remember that a is the leading coefficient, b is the coefficient of the middle term, and c is the constant. Alright, let's simplify. This is equal to minus 2 plus or minus square root of 2 squared is 4. Minus and minus is plus, so we have plus here. 4 times 4 is 16. Divide by 2 times 4 is 8. We are moving. This is equal to minus 2 plus or minus into square root of 20. Divide by 8. Square root of 20. 20 is the same thing as 4 times 5, right? So I can write this one as negative 2 plus or minus square root of 4 multiplied by 5. Divide by 8. You know square root of 4 is 2. So you can bring the 2 outside. We have minus 2 plus or minus 2 times square root of 5. Divide by 8. And you can divide the top and the bottom by 2. So we have this to be minus 1 plus or minus square root of 5. Divide by 4. So from here we can split it because we have two values here. We have either minus 1 plus square root of 5 over 4, or minus 1 minus square root of 5 over 4. If you observe, this is a negative value, and I told you sine of 18 degrees cannot be negative, so we're going to discard it and consider this one as a solution. Therefore, sine p is equal to, I can write this one first if I like, but it doesn't matter, or we can split the fractions as negative 1 over 4 plus root 5 over 4, all the same, right? But sine p is sine 18 because p is 18, so we can just replace it as sine 18 degrees equals negative 1 over 4 plus root 5 over 4. This is the exact value of sine 18 degrees simplified and evaluated without using calculator. Thank you for watching. Do share to your learning colleagues, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more exciting videos. Bye bye.